Alright, so I'm officially back from my little mini vacation, more or less. I actually, as sucky as it is, came down with a bit of a cold at the tail end of my time off, so I'm not exactly feeling 100% right now, but I am starting to become a little bit antsy and not doing any work, so I'm back. And let me say, it is good to be talking to you guys again. That said, I'm trying something slightly different on my channel today. The format of this is going to be very much like the format of one of my theory videos. Instead, though, this is going to be more of a discussion. Rather than me trying to work out something that's going to happen, we're going to talk about something that may be happening and what the implications of it might be. With Steven Universe reportedly returning to television sometime next month, I feel like it's important to talk about some merchandise that was recently revealed, which may hold spoilers for the future of the show. This is a spoiler, or at the very least a potential one. If you don't want to be spoiled on the show, then don't continue to watch this video. Just leave a like down there so it seems like you did, and then go on with your day. I honestly don't mind. Though considering that most of you have probably seen this image already, I don't think it's going to be much of a problem. Here is the image in question. It shows some keychains, which are set to be released at some future date, and while there's a lot of interesting stuff here to unpack, specifically these three really interest me. It's these two here that we're going to be talking about today. Past Form Pearl and Amethyst Soldier Form Rose Quartz. I want to talk about Rose first and get it out of the way. People are debating whether or not this was supposed to be Rose before she became Rebel back when she was still a soldier, and the main point of contention here is that she is listed as Amethyst Soldier version Rose Quartz, as if she's just wearing the kind of costume that an Amethyst Soldier would, not one that a Rose Quartz soldier would. And I think this is just a mistake. I think that somewhere, at some point, wires got crossed and Amethyst Soldier was accidentally swapped out with Quartz Soldier. Or they didn't want to put Rose Quartz Soldier version because that didn't flow as well. I definitely do think this is supposed to be Rose before she became a Rebel, which I think is very interesting, for the specific reason that Rose's outfit never changed, at least not as far as we've seen up to this point. She has been wearing that same dress since the moment that she declared to Pearl that her intention was to stay on Earth and fight. That tells me that something I've been suspecting for a while is actually true, and she donned that dress to separate herself from Homeworld, to declare in a visual way that she was no longer a soldier for Homeworld. And assuming that these keychains are accurate to stuff we're going to get in the show later, I think this confirms that. I think that she changed into that dress, or rather she changed her other clothes into that dress, and then made that declaration to Pearl that she intended to stay on Earth and fight. That donning that dress was her first act of rebellion. But this past Pearl here, number 4, is the one that I'm most interested in because it actually harkens back to a theory that people have been throwing around for a long time. One that I don't really have an issue with, but one that I've avoided talking about too much, because I felt that the evidence that we had for it up to that point was just circumstantial. It's been obvious for a long time that Pearl's clothing has a lot of different colors in it. Her outfit is far less monochrome than the outfits of most non-fusion gems that we see, and even has some colors from each of the different diamonds in it, save for white, which isn't specifically featured in the color of her clothing, but can be seen in the color of her gemstone and the color of her weapon. This would lead a lot of people to believe that she might be a pearl which served all of the diamonds at once. And again, while I was never opposed to the idea, the fact that gems seem to have more control over the way their clothes look than the way their bodies look, suggested to me that we couldn't take specifically the colors of her clothes as evidence. In my mind, it was just as likely that she had changed her clothes to contain so many different colors as an act of rebellion, similar to Rose's dress. But if this is really the way that Pearl looked when she was on Homeworld in the past, assuming that this isn't Pearl's first Earth outfit, for example, then I think this theory holds a lot more weight now. The problem is, she's just listed as past Pearl. We aren't really given any indication as to which point in the past she dressed like this. But assuming that this is how she looked when she served Homeworld, what exactly does this mean? Well, we know the color schemes of the diamonds now, and it does seem obvious from this Pearl design that the colors she's wearing are more muted versions of the diamond's colors, just like a diamond's pearl would wear. That's a little odd because up to this point, pearls have seemed like personal possessions to other gems, like there was a one-to-one relationship, pearl slave and pearl slave's owner. But the idea that pearls are made to order, if our pearl did serve all the diamonds, that explains her odd coloration. They all tried to add a little bit of themselves to the design. It just seems strange that when we've seen 2 of the 4 diamonds with pearls that are specifically theirs, that all of the diamonds together would need another pearl to serve all of them. I'm not even sure how that would work. How would she know who to defer to when? Or where to go when the diamonds weren't together? Whose court was she a part of? And what exactly would have been her responsibility? And perhaps most interestingly, how did she get to Earth with Rose? Since it doesn't really make sense that she would be a pearl belonging to a quartz soldier, the assumption has always been that at some point she came to Earth with her diamond and just happened to meet Rose and come to appreciate her cause. But if Pearl didn't have any specific diamond, then how would that have worked? These are all things that I can't quite pin down. We don't even know enough about the responsibilities of the Diamond's individual pearls yet to extrapolate what their exact roles might be. So I find it near impossible to pin down what the role of a pearl which served all 4 diamonds at once might have been instead. Now, it's possible, I guess, that at the time the Diamonds didn't have individual pearls, that our pearl served all 4 of them in the place of their now individual pearls. And when she defected, rather than create another pearl for all 4 of them, they all got kind of paranoid and had a pearl made for each of them. But assuming that pearl ownership worked the same way back then as it does now, that doesn't really make sense either. Each of the Diamonds is a powerful gem in their own respect, a leader of their own court and a ruler of their own series of planets. It simply doesn't make sense to me that they wouldn't each want their own pearl, and that if they wanted their own pearl, they couldn't have their own pearl. So needless to say, if it turns out that Pearl did serve all of the Diamonds at once, I think that's a very odd creative choice, not one that I think I personally would have gone with. The show is going to have to work overtime to explain why she did. But if she did, that means that her past is even more interesting than we thought. It's been well known for a while that Rebecca Sugar and the rest of the creative team on the show have been specifically holding out on giving us details of Pearl's past, even going so far as to seemingly create a mental block which Pearl can't break that prevents her from telling people about her history, simply because her past is so interesting and informative. If she used to serve all 4 of the Diamonds at once, that explains why it's so interesting and informative. She would know things about the Diamond Authority that nobody else would, save for possibly the Diamond's individual pearls. And it may also explain her mental block. She may, to this day, still be acting upon conflicting orders from different Diamonds. I've been saying for a long time that White Diamond might be the key to unlocking every mystery left in the show, but I'm thinking Pearl might be now instead, or as well. But that's not exclusively true if she served all the Diamonds. If she served White Diamond, as I also believe she might have, this is equally true because White Diamond's secrets might be Pearl's secrets as well. There is actually a small bit of evidence that I think this introduces which furthers the theory that she used to belong to White Diamond, specifically that white seems to be the only color that she removed from her old color scheme when coming up with a new outfit to wear, perhaps symbolizing her break from White Diamond, but that's really just speculation. It's a whole big convoluted thing, but I still think that the implications are interesting enough that we should talk about them, hence why I've made this video. So, as per usual, I'd like to know, what do you guys think of this topic? When do you think Pearl started wearing this outfit, before or after she rebelled? Do you think that she used to serve all of the Diamonds together, or just one of them? And if just one, which one? Do you think Pearl knows all the secrets that are left to learn about the show? Let's get a discussion going in the comment section down below, or over on my Discord. Link in the description. Either way, this has been AJ22, and I will talk to you guys later.